Now let's go on to things that were good and just totally surprised how addicted we were. I want to go ahead and say, actually, Bloodborne was definitely a huge game for me this year. I've never experienced any of the Soul series, like Demon Souls and Dark Souls, or any of the From Software games, so this was a first for me. And it was just really surprising how good it was.
Yeah.
And going back to Metal Gear, a game that, or a Metal Gear franchise that's so story heavy, Bloodborne is actually
very minimal,
and there's just it's crazy to see the community come up with all this lore of what everything actually is. But even if this game had no story, I would still play it. Because it's
that fun.
Yeah, it was
rewarding.
ridiculous.
It feels very rewarding when you beat a boss, because it takes you so long, like, to figure it out.
Long, or just like very punishing. Like, I mean, I can compare this to like old school video games like Castlevania.
Yeah, that's why people love it.
You know, it's just probably roots like style video games, like, minimalistic story. You can come up with your lore. I mean, honestly, with Bloodborne, I really don't know what the story is, but the aliens, monsters, whatever.
Blood.
I'm stuck in a town. I'm trying to slash my way through. I'm trying to survive, and basically that's how I thought back in like the 80s when I was playing Castlevania. Oh, let's slay a bunch of monsters. I didn't know what the character name was. I had a whip. I had this whip, and I was just like running around killing stuff and get to the end. Hey, hooray, I'm done. Bloodborne, same way, except visually it was great.
Yeah.
Playability, or like the mechanics of the game, it was old school. Like, limited.
They don't tell you a lot of stuff. You just kind of figure it out.
Not even cryptic. Like, they just kind of like toss you in the mix and just say, hey, sorry, these are kind of like what the stats do, and you figure it out yourself, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's punishing but rewarding. Like, you would go to a boss or this section, this area, and you would slash your way through, and then once you get to the boss, or you want to get close to it, and then boom, you're dead. You have to start over again.
And you get to try to grab your remaining stuff that you left there when you die.
I mean, like, it was just, to me, it was very old school. Like, it's something that we, or actually a lot of the younger generation, and probably even our generation, like, we take for granted,
Yeah. It's kind of like the equivalent of pushing somebody in the pool and see if they sink or swim. Yeah, sink or swim kind of mentality. And,
fight or flight.
Yeah. There was a lot of moments like that. I didn't know how hard the game was, because I knew a lot of people who were like Soul player, like the fans of the previous game. So, like, Bloodborne was, like, visually, like, when I would see the trailers, it grabbed me because, well, the guy was using guns. That was pretty cool. And just like the era of the like the Victorian era.
Yeah, really cool setting.
And the Gothic, the churches and stuff. And it did remind me a lot of Castlevania, where it has those enemy archetypes. Like, they have their own interpretation of vampires. They have like wolves, werewolves, and ghosts. But it has like everything. It has old guys in wheelchairs that are hooked up to IVs that are trying to like shoot you. It has old ladies trying to like pull your teeth out.
Yeah.
And, recently I purchased the DLC and actually just beat it today, and it's like even more so just crazy. Like they've
that much challenging.
Yeah, it's the original game and more. Like, the bosses were so hard. the environments even more so. Like some of it's kind of recycled and just reskin, and even some of the enemies too, but it looks really good. And they added new areas too, and those look really good too. They have like their own interpretation of like mermen now, kind of.
Oh.
So yeah,
it's buy that still.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it at a $20 price tag, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. Like Bloodborne is like definitely a surprise.
The weapons
for 2050. Yeah, the weapons look
hella
so
creative
cool.
too.
Yeah,
Except that we just all used Ludwig's sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I wanted to use like every other weapon, and I used it a little bit, and I was like, I'm not getting through this, man. I'm just gonna whip out the Ludwig sword.
Yeah.
With a stab.
Yeah.
Charge stab.
DLC has a lot of really good weapons too.
Like that wheel thing.
They added it?
The saw blade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
saw
they
blade.
added like I think about maybe like no, they added like 10 weapons.
Oh, 10?
They added a lot.
Are there guns too? New guns? Or
There's
is
a
it
Gatling gun,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
I know there's a trick limit that can turn into a bow. That was actually
Oh, the bow, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
heard it's
pretty
pretty
sick.
good.
pretty cool stuff. But yeah, Bloodborne, I agree too with the whole old school feel, where bosses in like games like Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden, where they're like 5 times bigger than you.
Yeah.
There's some huge bosses
They
in
totally
this game.
smash you.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wreck you.
I'm a real boss, like for real. Boom, you're dead.
You don't even know what happened to you.
Yeah.
You're dead.
You better watch your moves, man. Boom, you're dead.
Just to contrast though, I guess maybe some of the disappointments were as far as just linking online. Like it's a multiplayer game, but just have the going back to what Justin was talking about with the whole Japanese way of going about things, needing like a password and all that.
Or doing this trick where you just like have to stand exactly at the spot where you rang the bell.
Yeah, that's what
and
we
then
did.
you ring your bell, or
eventually.
trying to like hear the bell, and then I don't know. It was just.
Like,
I
you
mean,
need-
at first,
they-
I don't know how it is right now.
In-game currency, you needed a bell, you need to be standing in like the same spot, you needed a password, you needed a chalice or something.
You needed to be a friend.
Yeah, I needed to know a friend that had the game, he had to buy it, he had to make money for it.
You had to have a master's degree in rocket science.
Jesus.
And then the
Christ.
other guy has to have a master's degree in communication. I don't know,
submit his
man. It's
resume.
all these rules. All these rules.
I guess they really wanted to make it engaging with like their lore and what you needed, but again, like needing like the password and everything, like that was.
It just kind of turned me off to like the whole co-op aspect of
because
it.
it's really not entirely meant to be co-op, but
Yeah, I mean, it's just a feature,
yeah,
pretty much.
But I mean, even regardless, still a great game, and the PvP community is crazy for it. Like they're I've seen some ridiculous stuff that people pull off, like 3 versus 1 type
Yeah,
stuff.
you're telling me about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely worth checking out from this year. What other good games did you guys? What other games did you guys enjoy?
We don't have to talk about Dying Light, but that.
Sorry, that was
I'll throw something on it.
my surprise disappointment.
I mean, that's just a game that was not on my radar, and I was surprised that I liked it that much.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
But yeah, another
black sheep.
it would
over here.
be this bad boy right here. This game wasn't on my radar either. I was like, oh cool, they're making a game where you could create Mario levels, and then I think I saw, I don't know if it was E3, like they had all those speedrunners like going through levels that they made for this game, and I was like, oh shit, this looks awesome. I'm about to buy this. And I really enjoy it. I didn't play it too much because I was playing like Metal Gear and all this other games, but I really enjoy Super Mario Maker. It's super creative, really in depth for a simple game, and you can make some crazy stuff like you wouldn't even imagine.
Yeah, seeing those YouTube videos of like the hardest level, and then someone else is making the hardest level,
Yeah.
and then you got people doing like speed runs on the hardest level.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just like it's a community game, that is entertaining for even those who don't even play it.
It's fun to watch,
It's
too.
fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speedruns are really. I mean, I support the speedrunning community because they always do like charities.
Yeah,
they
it's fun to watch speedruns.
Oh yeah, it's like because like you play it, like Mega Man or Mega Man X, and then or Tetris. Like we've played it before. We've played it the normal way, and then you get these guys that are on freaking crack. And they play it a certain way, and you're like, I didn't even know that existed. It's just like watching The Wizard. Remember when we watched The Wizard?
Like, how did he do that?
Like, he went to the top, and then he got the whistle. What is that? It's like, it's like a nice surprise to see these things and how
Even
like
that Bloodborne speedrun, like I think it was 4 hours. I think.
Really?
Yeah, pre-patch.
I think it's less than that now.
Is
like
it
3.5, maybe 3, something like that.
Well, 'cause you
I
get the
thought
new
I saw it
weapons,
like
too.
lower than 4. But yeah, this game also has Japanese online, so that's what I'm gonna name it now. there's no way to find your friends on there because I don't even. Oh, there's a friend list on
Nintendo
there.
is like really bad in terms of Japanese, like or not even Japanese, just like
online stuff.
You have
they're
friend
way
code.
behind there.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you need. There's a code for every single level you make, and that's how you can throw it out to people. You probably could never find the level I made if I don't give you a 26-digit code that changes every hour. It doesn't
like
change, but-
authentication code that you got. It's like, oh, okay, I got 20 seconds in. Put this.
It has that. It's stupid.
Yeah. Well, I think Nintendo is. I'm pretty sure they're working on
I don't think so.
improving. Like,
The online?
well, I mean, yeah.
They've had friends codes for how long now, and they still use them.
Well, I mean, new systems coming up, NX.
The NX, yeah, but
And
you think they're gonna finally conform
I'm
to
pretty sure they are.
That's the next system.
to
NX?
American standards, American
Well,
online
Sony
standards.
is like Japanese.
They are too, but I mean,
PSN's Japanese.
yeah, but they conformed.
Yeah,
It's-
well,
and-
actually,
and that's partially
everybody
being made here
conformed
in
to the
the
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. The Xbox
Okay.
is probably like one of the best systems ever
Yeah, well,
in terms of like how it standardized things.
yeah, like everybody followed it.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah,
I mean,
Mario Maker.
we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot of time left.
How is it compared to like Little Big Planet?
It's a lot easier. Very easy.
Less clunky.
Less clunk because it's not like there's like what was it like in Little Big Planet? There's like layers of like depth that you can go. You can like be in the foreground, the middle, or the background. It doesn't have that. It's just flat. It's all pixel art, so it's super simple
Just
and very intuitive.
Basic
The way they made
as
the
2D.
like the layout of the creator mode really easy.
plus you have the gamepad to like.
Yep.
I mean, it just
And
makes
it's perfect for the gamepad.
It's like
which is awesome.
touchpad or
Yeah.
touch, and then you just use your pen to like.
Yeah, I
move
hardly
around.
even play on my TV. I just use the gamepad.
As opposed to having like using your analog sticks and moving your cursor around.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
boom, drop, drag, drop.
Really
drag,
works
drop.
well with the gamepad.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna get.
I still
the
have to
game.
beat your level.
Oh, you gonna learn. You gonna learn. I need to check the stats on it, see if anyone's actually found
played it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't looked at it in a long time.
Well, I mean, since you got these beautiful games on the table, a surprise for me was actually Witcher Wild Hunt. I've never played any of the Witcher series, and actually, after playing this game, I do have it. Do have the book, and I've
I saw you reading that.
religiously reading.
You fucking reading this?
Yeah,
You know how to read?
I know how to read. That. What is this? Is this a freaking?
It's a sandwich.
What'd you do to the trees, man? But yeah, I mean, it was that inspiring. I mean, that it was that good for me. Like, if a game forces me to read,
Hey, like hey.
I mean,
gonna read
it's
today.
really that good. I mean, I've never played any of the Witcher series. I've never played like Dragon Age or any like Skyrim, or like those single player RPGs. But when I picked this up, it was kind of a surprise. Like, I was like, I read the reviews. I was like, oh, it's getting a lot of good reviews. Oh, there's a lot of bugs in it. But, whatever. They're not game breaking.
Kind of happens with a game like that.
Of that
Huge
scale.
open world game.
Yeah.
They're all gonna have bugs no matter what.
But I picked the game up and started playing it, and I was just like hooked. Like the story is good, the combat. I mean, there are a lot of things that could have been improved on, and I was impressed. I was actually very impressed with the developers that they actually patched the system. They listened to like the weight system. Where
They're fast too, pretty fast about it.
Yeah. I mean, like probably a month later, a patch was in to like fix the speed or the movement, you know, of the character, because it was kind of like slow, kind of like, I wouldn't say laggy, but just very weighted. And I mean, it's still a little weight to it, but it's, you know, it's playable, and I like that. The weight system where you're always like weighted down, but just because you're carrying so much crap on you, and with this type of game, you know, you'll have a lot of crap to like, you know, make weapons, make potions or whatnot. They fixed it. You know, they just reduced the weight amount, and you know, it wasn't so much of a burden to like collect stuff. Story wise, I mean, it's up there. Like, you don't, like, honestly, you really don't need to play any of, I mean, you can play of the previous Witchers, but they have like books that you can read.
Yeah.
Books. These books. No, they have in-game, you know.
Yeah, they kind of made it so you don't have to really play the old ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wanted you to be able to jump in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and which is what I did. I jumped in, you know, if I wanted to know the history or the lore of certain monsters, you know, it was available. You know, it's available in my, I guess, encyclopedia or whatever, or
journal.
You know, journal that they had going. And yeah, I mean, the battle system was simple enough. It was easy to use, you know, easy to control. The skill system, you know, you can go certain ways, whether you wanted to like be more magic or more melee or whatever. It was pretty in-depth, but like the scale of the game was pretty big. And DLC,
it looked huge. Yeah.
It's, I mean, like, you're, not to like spoil anything, but you're like on one section, and then you go to another section and it expands, and it's big. And then that section's connected to another section, and that's freaking huge. And it's like, oh, we're gonna toss you on a boat, and you go to another section, and that's freaking even bigger. Like, you know, it's like, I like that type of stuff. I like exploration. I like the, you know, the grand scale of things. You know, I like games that are, you know, I'm old school with RPGs. I like seeing the world, and that's what it brought. And as far as DLC goes, it's on par, you know, with the main game, and you're not paying a lot. So I think it's like $29 for the two major DLCs.
Yeah.
So the first one was released. I think the next one will be released, I think, springtime. I'm not quite sure, but
2016.
Yeah, it will be next year though. But they have a bunch of free crap. Like, even just the basic version, like you had access to like different skins on your character. You didn't even have to like pay. You know, several like side missions that you didn't have to pay for on like. We'll contrast this because this came out, I think, maybe a few weeks or maybe a month before Batman.
Right.
No.
Or after
That
I
just
think.
came out like a
Before.
couple months ago.
No, Witcher?
Yeah.
It came before Batman.
I don't think so.
No, it did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it did because
Did it?
Yeah, because I was playing this, and Nicole wanted to get Batman, but it wasn't released yet, and we were supposed to pitch in.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this came out before that, and the DLC for this had like
Because
several-
you were playing it for so long.
Yeah, you were on that game for like 4 months.
Like way after we were done with. Oh, it's a bigger game than Batman for sure.
We were, I think we were just kind of fresh off of Bloodborne. I think, yeah, and that was the
Bloodborne
next-
came first. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
Bloodborne a lot, but yeah, like the DLC like had really good side missions, and they were free. It came with the game.
See, that's the content I'll pay for. Like, as long as it can really feel truly like another game, then like it has that length. Especially like Bloodborne. that one, going back to that, it really felt like another game. Like the difficulty of it, and you can even new game plus it. So
and the challenges of the new bosses and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was like different mechanics, different weapons.
Right.
What can I do to solve it?
Yeah, and you said that has like a lot of extra. Is that a season pass price? The 29?
Yeah, 29. It's like, well, when you bought the original game, it's like $59, the standard edition. It came with like a bunch of other DLC. Like I said, skins,
there's a lot of free DLC before the paid one.
weapons, side missions. Even granted that they're not like, big story, like 10-hour stories,
It's
but
free
it's free
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's not junk necessarily. It's like something you might use.
it
You
contributes
might like it.
to the actual story. And I mean, I enjoyed the story. I mean, the writing in this game is really, really good. And like I said, they're based off of a book. So, but the $29.99, I think, season pass includes the 2 DLCs.
Yeah.
One side, like the one that was released is I
It's
think
like a couple weeks ago came out.
No, it was like a month ago or something.
Was it a month?
Month
I
and
thought
a
that
half?
just came out too.
Hell no, dude. It came out before like
The paid one? The first paid one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Came
that
out
long
like
ago.
a month and a half ago. I've played maybe like a few hours of it. Haven't completed it, but when I played it again, I was just like, man, this is.
Good thing
I'm
to go
getting
back to,
into
yeah.
a lot right now. This is very heavy. So I mean, I'll get back to it. And like you said, you're waiting for everything to come out as a whole.
Right, yeah. Also, again, I'm going to reserve on it, and I'm pretty sure it will be considering the fan base of it.
Mhm.
So,
But don't take my word for it.
all right. So, did anyone else want to add anything to Witcher? Okay.
I haven't even played it.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Well,
my
you own it.
Unopened copy of the Witcher.
Gotta play it, man. It's really that good.
Got on sale.
Oh, there you go. Get it on the cheap.
Well, I mean, there were a few things that we missed that we heard were really good too. Like Until Dawn, I heard that one was pretty good.
We both have it. We haven't played
Nope.
it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't get an opportunity to.
Didn't
popped
spend
it
any
up.
money yet.
If we're talking about like games that we never really played and that we played this year, I finally got into Fallout. Fallout's awesome. I won't talk about it too long, but that's a game I never played, and you got it too, and I know you're liking it too.
Oh
I'm,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
pretty much on it
How do
every
we
day.
overlook that? Because I
Yeah.
thought, yeah,
Well, I mean, it's
I was
new.
expecting you guys to bring that up.
We haven't. Oh, well, I haven't like completed it yet, but
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a surprise. I was like, I'm gonna get into this game, and I'm damn sure it's gonna be good, and it's damn good.
yeah. I mean, that was my thinking. I was just like, I've never played any of the Fallout, series. I mean, it's always there, and I always hear stories about it. I watch videos on it. I love the concept and lore behind it. But I just never had the time. I'm pretty sure you guys agree. Like, we've never really had the time, or we're distracted by other games.
Yeah.
We're not like like we said, we're not really professional gamers. We just kind of go on. We wouldn't say we're casual gamers because we've been playing video games for a long time. We just don't really have the time. We have
Kind of pick and
jobs.
choose what we play, what we spend our money on.
We have a
Right.
life. Kind of.
But it's always good to, even though like we're on Fallout 4 now, it's just, sometimes it's worth kind of the wait to actually like jump into what's current. I mean, I want to get into Fallout 4. I don't want to have to go back to 3. And
Yeah, I
I
don't
heard
think you really have to.
Yeah, I heard 3 was like the first of like because it's a FPS, and then I heard the other 2 were totally different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way 4 was the first time that happened was when 3 came out.
Right.
And New Vegas.
Yeah,
New Vegas. I mean, those are probably the only 2 that I've heard.
1 and 2 looked like freaking Diablo, basically.
Ah.
Like, it was like 3/4 map or
ISO.
isometric.
Yeah.
isometric. Like
Yeah.
what's that game? Capcom made an RPG like that on SNES.
Breath of Fire.
Breath of Fire. There you
Oh.
go. Like the battle system.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sidetracked over here. Nostalgia just hit.
But yeah, I think probably Fallout would, once the price drops, I'll definitely get into, because what I see you guys play, it looks really fun, and I love open world games.
Yeah.
So
Like I think I'm like 40 plus hours in there, and I'm like only dabbling in the story.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm going around picking up garbage for 40 hours. And I love it. Use ashtrays and burnt comics.
Are you picking up
Exactly.
garbage
Oh,
simulator?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's bad. I need a bunch of these.
Yeah.
Let me just collect them all and just bring it back so I can just
need
break them
a lot of
down.
this glue and paper.
Minutemen? Saving the world? Saving my son? There's.
That could wait.
That could wait.
Yeah, there's this
Garbage
guy
to
at
haul back.
I got crap to pick up.
this guy at my vape shop. I saw him playing it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm like 45 hours, and I haven't even started the story yet." And
Going
I guess
on.
it's just there's that much to do, and sometimes a story doesn't always make a game. It's just the
Yeah.
gameplay and just how engaging it is. So.
I don't think those games were meant for really a story.
Like a deep story.
Yeah, they're
No.
kind of meant more to screw around.
Right.
I think like Skyrim is like still one of the top selling games on Steam right now,
Really?
just because of the modding community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the amount of stuff that you can do with it.
Yeah. And like this game has mods on the console now too when those come out.
Mhm.
But I don't know how
How
you
will
have
it-
to pass some kind of certification process, I guess, to
Yeah. Wow.
have your mod released on a console.
Because
And
of
that's
Sony.
kind of rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that hand controlling you,
Mhm.
using you.
Yeah, I mean like I wouldn't say that was a huge surprise to me.
But it's a damn good game.
Yeah.
So you guys should
I
definitely.
mean, I
check
really
that
like
out.
it a lot. It was like Bloodborne. That wasn't really surprised. I was just really super hyped for it because I wanted to get into the Souls game. And then I ended up loving the hell out of it.
Then you compare this to like, okay, so you're taking the theme and you compare it to like The Order.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
the
right.
1886 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. That. Oh yeah.
1986, we're smoking like crack or shit.
I still want to play that though. Actually,
It was
I
free not too long ago. Order
It
1886.
was
free.
I think so, right?
Was that bad?
I know. I remember that big ass collector's edition with the statue was on sale for like $19. Like, damn, I
So you go to Ross and you see it there, and you're
pulled the
like,
trigger on that.
oh wait until it's like $9. I'll wait
It
until
was,
it's
it was like
on
at
sale.
Marshalls. And like,
Yeah.
I just think
The
they
underwear
just
section.
didn't really because they didn't realize the potential it had. I wish they probably went bigger, but I'm pretty sure they just said nope, that's enough. You get A to B. That's it. You can't.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. That game looks amazing though. I will say the graphics are top notch.
But top notch sword. No.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. For
I didn't want to buy it for full price.
No way.
I don't think it's worth that much.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I see a lot of people playing it, and it's like, you guys actually bought that, or did you get it on like Plus or something? I don't know. I thought it was released on Plus already, but I could be wrong.
Might have been. I don't know. But
Or I'm
I
pretty sure
would've-
there was
if it
like
was
a-
free. I would have got it.
I think there was probably a good sale on
Like
it.
I could beat it in 10 minutes, like Batman DLC. So